4 movies where the ending saves the whole entire thing. Now, I'm not saying that the ending saves it to the point where it's like an Oscar-winning film, or it's even like a good film. But what I am saying is that the ending is good enough to save it from being horrible, to save it from losing all relevancy, to save it from hitting the cultural significance that it might have had to. That's a very strange thing to specify, but it'll make sense once we get to the last entry on the list. This also isn't movies where the ending is the best scene. A lot of people say Rogue One might be a movie like this, but no, that movie is not saved by the ending. You can take the ending out and it's the same exact movie. The ending adds nothing, as sick as it is. Number 4, I have Godzilla vs. Kong. Yes, the actual fight between Godzilla and Kong. Who would have thought that would be when the movie starts to get good? Unfortunately, you have to sit through the rest of the movie, which is just humans and exploration and Kong's and journey to the center of the earth, except no Brendan Fraser this time. A lot of confusion, a lot of human stories. It's like, what the heck's going on? That's kind of boring. That's confusing. That makes no sense. But the ending of this movie delivers what it always said it was going to: Kong versus Godzilla. The actual fight itself is pretty damn solid, and then plus you bring Mechagodzilla in here, you throw his hat in the ring, you got an even better finale. It is the only part of this movie that I will revisit, that I will watch on, YouTube. I'll go to a streaming site, I'll skip to the very end just to watch this part of the movie. The rest of it, I'm good. But this movie, I think the ending saved it from being I don't want to say failure, but like disappointment, because we got the fight. We got Kong versus Godzilla, and it was good. This next one might be an absolute shocker, and I'm going to say Spider-Man No Way Home. Again, this isn't a bad thing, okay? I'm not coming at Spider-Man saying it's some horrible movie, but like it needs the ending to save it. No, that's not the case at all. The beginning of this movie is fine, okay? Peter and Ned and MJ hunting down all the villains, that stuff is fine, okay? But like, if we're being honest, the movie doesn't get really good until the ending, when Toby and Andrew come in. I'm not saying there aren't good parts of the movie, there definitely are. The whole apartment scene, which is kind of like the action that kicks off the whole end, that's freaking fantastic. But like, again, like Kong and Godzilla, we went to this movie to see Andrew, to see Toby as Spider-Man, linking up with Tom Holland Spider-Man, and the ending delivers that. Without this, it would have been a disaster. Imagine walking into this movie and they're not in the movie. Andrew Garfield's not in it. Tobey Maguire's not in it. The movie's ruined. The whole entire thing is ruined. No matter how good the rest of it was, I would have walked out being super disappointed. Why the hell did they bring back Sandman and not the other Spider-Man? That would have been so lame, but luckily they came back, they saved the movie, and it's a great film for it. Up next, I have Jurassic World. I can't tell you much about Jurassic World outside of the ending. I can tell you Chris Pratt's there, Bryce Dallas Howard's there, Indominus Rex, he's doinking around, he's being a big goofball, as he does. But the ending, good lord, goes absolutely hard. You get this giant dinosaur throwdown, right? I'm talking WWE. I'm talking Raptor and Mosasaurus and T-Rex versus Indominus Rex versus Chris Pratt versus the kids versus Bryce Dallas Howard versus me. I'm about to have a heart attack because it's so freaking epic. An amazing finale in this movie. Like, let's be clear, the Jurassic World movies vary in quality from mediocre to not that good. Bad Jurassic World. But I think that the ending of this film, this big throwdown, is the highlight of the whole entire trilogy. I might even say it made the whole film worth it, okay? It made the whole trilogy worth it, just so I can watch this one scene. In number 1, I think this one is a pretty big one. This is the one I'm talking, there is some cultural significance. This one had to hit. It didn't, but it's still talked about. It still resonates with people because of the ending, and that's Star Wars Episode 1. Man, talk about a snoozer, this movie. I've watched it again. I've tried to, this and Episode 2. They're just like kind of boring, man. I just get bored. I get sleepy, and I'm like, something happened, okay? At least in the second one, you have some highlights. You have, the Jango Fett Obi-Wan fight. You have things like that. You have Count Dooku. But the first one, it's just boring. They're just wandering around this sand. There was so much hype behind this movie, it had to at least deliver. And the ending of this movie, which is one of the best lightsaber fights in all of Star Wars, it at least sent people home with a better taste in their mouth, to where they're like, okay, like, that was sick, right? They walk out of the theater feeling a little better about themselves, a little better with how they're spending their money. Darth Maul, Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, John Williams, Johnny Dub Williams goes so hard in this, it's absurd. And just the whole fight in general is so entertaining. It's amazing how one scene can be more entertaining than 2 whole films, but somehow they pulled it off, and that's exactly what this scene is. Let me know in the comments what movies you think are saved by their endings. New videos every single day. I'm running out of ideas, but I'm trying for you. I'm gonna upload every single day this year, so subscribe all the time.